All right, boys and girls. So we spent the last couple of weeks adding and subtracting and multiplying and basically putting things together. Now we're going to turn it around and we're going to take things apart. All right. So last week we talked about the distributive property and how I can take this times this and get 6x squared. This times this and get 15x. Basically, what we're doing is we're working backwards in that process. We are going to start with a problem that looks like this, and our answers are going to look like this. We're going to work backwards on a distribution problem to see what it happened. All right? So I look right here. First thing I need to do, look at the whole numbers. What's the biggest number, the greatest common factor, the biggest number that goes into my big numbers? So I got an 8 and a 4. The biggest number that goes into both of them is, of course, 4. So I'm going to put the 4 out front. I'm going to divide everything by that number. Whatever number I put out front, I'm going to divide by that number. So 8x divided by 4, 2x. 4 divided by 4, 1. So I've now worked backwards. This is called the GCF, the greatest common factor. And you can see if I wanted to, now we won't do this, but if I would distribute this times this is 8x, this times this is 4, it matches the original problem. Now you don't have to do that, but that would be how you could check your work. All right, so my answer I'm looking for is this part right here, basically undistributed. So let's take a look at the next one. I look at 6 and 7. Is there anything that goes into 6 and 7? 1 doesn't count. Is there anything that goes into 6 and 7? No. Do they have anything in common though? Yeah, they both have x's. So that is my common factor. When I look at variables, I look at the ones they have in common, and I take the smallest variable of what they have in common. So in this case, I have x to the second, x to the first. So I'm going to take out an x to the first. So if there's 2 x's here, now there's 1. There's 1 x here, now there's none. So I worked backwards to factor out the x. All right, let's do it again. So here, look at the whole numbers first. What goes into 14 and 21? Yeah, 7. Do they have any variables in common? Yeah, I got 2x and x. Now remember, I'm not adding and subtracting, so I'm not worried. They don't have to have the same amount. They just have to have something. So 7x is my GCF. So if I divide by 7, I have 2. If I take one of the x's out front, there's 1 left over. Divide by 7, I have 3. Take that x out front, there's none. That's the final answer. All right. 3 numbers. Now if I'm doing a GCF, it's got to be common to all 3 of them. So what goes into all 3 of these? 3. Do they have variables in common? Yeah, they've all got x's. All right. So there's 3 x's here, there's 2 x's here, and there's 1 x here. So how many can I take out? Yeah, I can take out 1 x. I can't take out more than that because this guy doesn't have any more. I can't go negative. I can't go in the hole. He only has 1, so that's the most I can take away. So here, divide by 3, I get 1. Take one of the x's out. There's 2 left. Divide by 3, I get 2. Take one of the x's out. I have 1 left. Here, I divide by 3. I get 1. Take 1 x away. There's none left. That's your final answer. And again, I want to point out, if you want, you can check your work by doing that distribution. This times this would be 3x to the third. This times this would be 6x squared. This times this is plus 3x. Don't have to, but you can. All right. Look at the big numbers. What's the biggest thing that goes into 24 and 30? 6. So this is 4 x's, 3 x's. How many can I take out? X to the third. Okay. Divide by 6. Take 3 x's out. There's 1 left over. Divide by 6. Take 3 x's out. There's none left over. That's your answer. All right, you know the drill. Get them out, get to work, ask questions. Good luck.